Halle Berry. She's so fine. I bet every man in the whole entire world, they would love for Halle Berry to be the mother of their child. Why? Because she pays child support. Today, Halle Berry is my case study because I think that child support is supposed to be ended, and the only person in America who can end child support is the most powerful person to ever exist in the history of the world, the black woman. Halle Berry can come in and she say, I got 2 babies and I pay child support for both of my babies, and that right there should be the case study and why I shouldn't have to pay child support. She paid a bunch of money too. I think she paid $16,000, $8,000. Her most famous role.
Can you make me feel good?
His flat cheeks started hitting them black cheeks and they started thumping. Now, when you start thumping, here's the whole secret to the world, right? When you do the nasty, you have a baby. And that might sound crazy to a whole lot of women because you think that you're not supposed to be accountable for your baby. Or maybe you think that the stork comes and drops the baby off and it doesn't come from sexual interaction. Hell, I don't come from intercourse.
It's about controlling a woman's body, but more importantly, punishing her for engaging in sexual activity that these fuddy-duddies think is wrong.
I want to have a conversation about women and about babies because the child support system is so broken and we can't have honest conversations. Why? Because women lie too much. Hell yeah. Now, when the woman sees Halle Berry, the first thing she says,
get a job, you deadbeat.
You shouldn't pay no man no money. Tell that deadbeat dad to go get a job and he should be paying you child support. Women don't believe in equality. Hell no. They want equality plus.
The thing is, we live in a patriarchy where black women make 63 cents on the dollar. These are 2 white men, first of all. So to me, I'm also looking like y'all crying poverty off of the back of a black woman. So I got a problem with that. And as far as the society is set up, it's set up for men to be able to survive and thrive. It is not necessarily set up for women.
As long as it benefits a woman financially, as long as it benefits a woman in any type of way, then it's all good.
If you got to go to daddy's house and he got a futon and some Ritz crackers and that's on some peanut butter and that's what you got while you're there, then daddy got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
did you hear Miss Hunter? She actually said that children are supposed to have a bad time with dad. Dad is supposed to be broke. The man is supposed to work super hard because that's like the ideology in America. We don't think that men and women are supposed to be equal contributors to our society. Hell no.
There are massive federal programs that were instituted in the late 1970s that pay states trillions of dollars to tear families apart.
When your wife leaves you and she hits your butt with child support and all of a sudden you lose your house, you lose the car, you lose your kids, and you only get to see your babies 50% of the time. Now, if I was to make a statement, a bold proclamation that said the modern mother is probably the worst creation that God ever made, I bet a bunch of women would get mad. A bunch of women would be absolutely furious. They'd say, why would you say something like that? There was a parable and two women, they both claimed that the child was their child. And so these 2 women, they went before the king, and the king said, whose baby is this? And both women said, it's my baby. And the other woman said, it's my baby. It's my baby. That's what both women claimed, that the baby was their baby. So the honorable king said, you know what? I can solve this. You bring that baby here, bring me a sword. We'll cut this baby in half and both of you get a piece of the baby. And the mother, the actual biological mother of the baby said, no, you don't cut that baby in half. Give that woman the baby because I love that baby so much. I think that's how our legal system is supposed to be right now. The person who wants to cut the baby in half, give the baby to the other parent because it's clear that she don't want to be no full-time parent. Women today, I want to ask the question, why don't you believe in family structure?
So if we're talking about fairness, no, it's not. It doesn't sound fair, but there's no equity here. So yes, I'm absolutely biased. I do not believe in America that a woman should be paying a man these sums of money when they are not disabled.
Now, Karen Hunter, she says about patriarchy. For so many years, women couldn't have credit cards. They couldn't do this. They couldn't do that. Man, let me sign up for that deal. Let me sign up for this sexist deal.
Because as a man, I don't know. Would you sit up and lay up on a woman like that?
Girls are kind of lucky, don't they, Mom?
Why do you say that?
Well, they don't have to be smart. They don't have to get jobs or anything. All they gotta do is get married.
When we time travel and being a housewife was an actual thing, every woman in America, every politician in America said that being a housewife is a full-time job. I'm a chef, I'm a nanny, I'm all these things, I'm a maid. I should get paid $100,000. A woman actually said, I should get paid $100,000 as a housewife. I said, hey, dear woman, your husband only makes $47,000 a year. How is he gonna pay you $100,000 when he only makes $47,000? He's like, well, the government should subsidize it. I need somebody to help me with this baby. Raising children is so hard.
Because the reality is we live in a sexist society. So it's like you telling me that we shouldn't have affirmative action because, you know, or calling affirmative action racist.
Now, women have been doing this for like hundreds of thousands of years. Ever since the human person has been in existence, mothers have been mothers. And now this modern woman, she thinks that being a mama, breastfeeding a baby and taking care of a baby is the hardest thing in the whole entire world. And only I can do it and no one else should do it, which is the biggest lie, because most women who do have their children, they don't take care of their children. Who takes care of their children? The daycare or school or anybody. Man, I be dating, right? And I be dating single moms, and I ain't never seen nobody more irresponsible with something as valuable as a child. And the first night I met the woman lets me in her house, gives me her car keys and gives me her cookies and says it's all yours.
Can you make me feel good?
And I look at this woman, I was like, don't you value yourself? Don't you value your body? Don't you value your house? Don't you value your car? All these things cost tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you are priceless. Now, these are material objects, and a woman can let a man like me that she never met just walk into her life and have anything. Now I want to get to these children because I see so many women. They don't care. I just show up to their house the first time we ever met. I just swiped on the app and I show up and you say, go to sleep, baby. And you put your baby to bed and you pull out them fat ta-ta-ta-tas and you drop them panties and you start riding my wang tang right there in the living room with the TV, and I'm sitting there with eyes big like, what if the baby come out the room looking for some juice? You know what that woman is thinking about? She's doing the Halle Berry.
Can you make me feel good?
Just to make me feel good. Halle Berry, Halle Berry. And so we create legislation based on a woman's feelings, but when it comes to the necessities of a man taking care of his family, we don't give a damn.
Almost all divorces got 50-50 prior to the 1980s, and there was this skyrocketing of divorces where one parent loses custody, and that was to maximize Title IV D reimbursements to the states. In Texas, it's $500 million.
When I say Halle Berry, you say that woman shouldn't be paying no child support and those men should go work, no deadbeat dads. And when I say 50-50 parenting, no child support, you call me a misogynist and you say, man, it has to benefit women in order for it to be good. If it doesn't benefit women 132,000%, then it's wrong. As a man in our society, I'm just asking, like, why can't we get equality?
So, because you would think the best child support would just be 50-50 custody and let people raise their kids. The best child support is to raise your own kid. That's the best child support. But they don't do that. Most states actually have laws prohibiting the courts from doing that. Texas has a family code in which it's assumed to be in the child's best interest that one parent get 24% of the time.
Because the modern mother is the worst human being in the history of the world. Some modern mothers are the worst creatures that God ever created because they don't care.
Can you make me feel good?
The child support system is broken. Our family system is broken. Women are broken. Men are broken. Our children are suffering. And does anybody give a damn? Hell no. This is probably the most selfish, narcissistic culture that's ever existed in the history of the world. And as for me to call it out, then I'm the bad guy. Hell no. Fuck that shit. I ain't no goddamn bad guy. The state of Texas is making money. The United States government is making money. They're breaking up the family. They're making money off the backs of us parents. And we can't even have that conversation because my woman is mad at me. We can't even have this conversation because my baby mama thinks that I owe her something. Baby mama, the only thing I owe you is hard dick and taking care of my kids. That's it. For me to say that out loud, you think that I said something wrong. The only thing that I owe my baby mama, the only thing that I owe any woman in America is some hard dick, and that's it. Oh my God, I don't want any hard